Council Award for Excellence in Physical Education, John Piot. The Student Council Award for Excellence in Language, Arts, and Mathematics, Alexander Reuter. Student Council Award for Excellence in Art, Language, Arts, and Social Studies, James Lipscomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present the Faculty Award on behalf of the very fine faculty at the Sherman School. This award is made to a student who exhibits outstanding characteristics, not only in academic achievement, but also as a good citizen and in extracurricular activities. This year's recipient is Jamie Lipscomb. Before presenting the class, I would just like to say a few words to you, to them. This is a different class. It is a most unusual class. They are probably the most cohesive group of young people that I have ever seen in my 29 years as a school administrator. I have never seen a group of kids support each other and be as close as this group of very fine young people. I must also add we've had our differences from time to time, but as I've looked at them over the past 2 weeks, and I've looked at them closely because in those 29 years that I've mentioned, unfortunately a little part of you goes when your students leave you. But you do have very fine memories of them, and as I've looked at them over the past 2 weeks, I've noticed the changes that I've seen occur in them, not only physically, emotionally, and in terms of maturity. As a different class, they are leaving a legacy here, and they are leaving a very fine legacy to this outstanding community school. And I say community school because this graduation exercise is a very fine example of just the kind of community this is, and the type of community school that we're privileged to work in. This is the graduating class of the first elementary school in all of Fairfield County to be accredited by the New England Association of Colleges and Schools. That is a tremendous accomplishment on the part of our faculty, on the part of our parents, our community, and our kids. This class started an 8th grade newspaper with their faculty advisor, Ms. Mary Boylan, and Sue Barbero, who was kind enough to help us out. We saw our student government become a much more vibrant part of the school in fostering school spirit to an extent that really, when I looked at the 8th graders when we were at the league debate in Wilton and I saw how tired they were, I said to myself, how can you keep up if they're tired? This group also put on a very fine musical, as was mentioned before, and that is a first. We expanded our league debates this year, and that is another legacy for this 8th grade class. And of course, for the 3rd year, this class, the members of the 7th grade, continue to bring honor to this school, this community, and the Science Horizons program. I'm going to miss them, whether they believe it or not. I'm going to miss seeing them every day. I'm going to miss being a part of their life. Those of us who have remained in this business remain in it because of the gifts that we receive from them in return for what little we give of ourselves to them. They give us much more than we give to them. All I can say to you Is it 29 years, once again, as an administrator, I have never seen a graduation ceremony similar to the one in Sherman. And that is truly, truly a very different kind of thing. I have to lay the credit for that to Russ Hansen, who was the principal some years ago, and then Barry Roberts and John Bicchetti, who came up with the video portion of the program. I wish these wonderful children the very best, and I said children, and I mean children, parents. They're 14-year-olds. They still need your guidance as you cut the apron strings. Do it slowly, do it watchfully. They are going out of Sherman. They are going to a much bigger world. They must, of course, be given room to grow and make their own decisions much more than ever before. They are still young people. The next 4 years are undoubtedly going to have a tremendous influence on what they do the rest of their lives. I thank all of you for your continued support during the past year. I thank the SPTO for their many fine gifts and outstanding faculty, a very unusual community to go with a very unusual class, for their outstanding financial and voluntary support of an outstanding school. I said to one of the grandparents who is here this evening, who I know, that truthfully, if I had children in school, in elementary school, I would bring them to this school, because this truly is a different school. And it's a different school because of all of you, not any individual or any group of people. Finally, I love you, I miss you, I wish you the very best. You know I won't give you a kiss, Jeff. That's another thing about this class. You really have to keep your sense of humor. When I came back from Quebec, I told my wife that I had truly forgotten the exuberance and the energy of 14-year-olds. After 3 nights of sleeplessness, and the amount of noise that they made in 10 hours to and from Quebec, and they weren't the least bit tired. The two parents who were with us, Mr. Robbins and I, were exhausted. Please come back to see us. The greatest gift you can give us in the years to come is by taking what your teachers have given you here, and growing. And believe me, we read the newspaper. We are proud each time we make the honor roll at New Milford High School or at a private school. They're posted on the bulletin board out front. We want to see you continue the many activities that your teachers have started here. Now, by virtue of the power vested in me by the Sherman Board of Education, I present the graduating class of 1989 to Mr. William Hipp, Chairman of the Board.
Thank you, Dr. Durento. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to offer our congratulations to the class of 1989. And I think each class that passes through the Sherman School is indeed a unique class. Don't let him kid you. He'll find somebody to holler at next month or next September. The town of Sherman, I think the class reflects the town of Sherman. The town is unique. The parents' care and concern for the education of the children. And the school is unique, and the dedication of the teachers that we have to provide the fine education that they get. Thank you, and good luck in your future educational endeavors. Tamara Gibbs Braden.
Dynamite in a small package.
Andrew F. Carolla.